Hey you guys, this is Reggie, aka the Reginator. I wanted to talk about Trump's speech at CPAC. Well, really about the whole CPAC organization. I mean, event itself. This was Trump's latest speech, and you know what? Trump is always at his best when he's coming off the cuff. I swear, when it's not scripted, when he's just talking, it's the best. It's hilarious. It's really hilarious. And this guy spoke for 2 hours, unfiltered, raw. You got raw Trump there at that CPAC speech. If you didn't get a chance to watch it, I'd recommend you go and watch it because it's hilarious and it's good. I mean, this guy is a speech artist. He really is. I mean, he comes across so authentic and he comes across so real. Like he just is a real person. And he has a big sense of humor, which makes him feel even more human. I remember growing up when I was younger, and when I would watch presidents speak, it would always seem so postured and so scripted and so forced. Like you could tell they were just like they practiced it. Like they're not really speaking from the heart. They're just kind of saying what needs to be said and saying what everybody wants to hear. You could tell. Like I always wondered why speeches made from different individual like George Bush and all that. Like I don't know why people always would recommend watching those speeches from like previous presidents. I mean, some of them are real good. I'm not gonna lie, but it's just like it was always boring to me because you could tell it's not really them talking. They're speaking off a script. It's obvious. It was from the beginning. It's not off the cuff. It doesn't feel like I'm hearing them and how they really feel. With Donald Trump, when I hear him speak, especially this past speech, which he ranted for literally 2 hours, it was great. I'm hearing how he really feels. I'm hearing his heart. I'm hearing his humanity, and that's rare. And I think that's going to be a big reason why he gets reelected in 2020. It's because he's a real person. What you see is really Trump. That's who he is, and I can appreciate that. It's one of the biggest things I like is authenticity. Like, you know what I mean? Because people who are authentic you see them for who they are, and they're predictable. You kind of know the direction they're going to go. And that's been true with Trump. I mean, pretty much every move that he's made has been pretty predictable. You know what I mean? It's totally in line with who he is as a person and how he comes off on camera. And it's just, he's a great president. He really is. And it's so crazy seeing Van Jones from CNN, y'all, giving Trump and conservatives credit for being the number one movers and shakers in prison reform. It's a big deal. It's a really big deal. We're paving the way. Trump and the Republicans are paving the way for prison reform. We're putting less people in jail. We're getting people released. We're paving the way to get people to release early and spend less time in prison. And Van Jones rightfully gave credit to us for that. And it was amazing. It's so crazy that people hate Trump. He's doing so many amazing things. And I'm like, man, y'all are either don't do research or really brainwashed. I mean, all it takes is a little bit of second of research to see the things the policies that he pushed for, the things that he's done, and see all the goodness he's kind of brought about with his decision making. You know what I mean? I'm not saying every decision he's made has been great. Of course not. There hasn't been one person in the presidency where I've agreed with every single decision that they've made. But most of the decisions he's made policy-wise have been amazing. And so, Trump, good job at the CPAC speech. You're doing a great job. I'm going to be voting for you in 2020. I know I've said this 1,000 times before, but so far he has not disappointed me. And then the opposition is crazy, so I think he'll win pretty easy. I mean, who's going to vote for Bernie Sanders, an open socialist, or Kamala Harris, who's a liar, and Elizabeth Warren, who's crazy and thought she was Native American, but she wasn't. And it's just the competition is you can't touch Trump. So the next year, 2 years is going to be really exciting. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. I'm excited to see all the stuff that's going to all the havoc that's going to come about. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a lot to talk about, that's for sure. Anyway, you guys subscribe to support, and I'll see you guys in the next one.